I am heavy
bored.
I may say that the male is entirely hostile. No! Inner
resources.
life, friends, is boring. We must not say so.
It's fun of me for doing like that kind of book. She calls it, yeah, like the male, like, yeah. My wife will
Dude, I
be
do
like,
that every time I fucking stand up from a
Yeah.
squatting position. It's terrible. I've got like such shitty knees. It's fucking awful.
it's just an expression that needs to be out, you know?
Ugh!
Yeah, exactly. Ugh.
Ugh! Gotta get it out, dude.
I remember when my grandfather used to yawn, he would do these very loud, like, ugh, and my grandmother all the time, like, oh my God. Oh
Yeah, my
God.
mom hates it too. My dad does that. He goes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Needed to be expressed.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It feels good.
It will not be contained.
Like, don't you ever just like grunt when you're taking a shit? Just because you can?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I gotta tell you, I listened to the audiobook.
Are you
It's
listening
free.
to it as you were doing it, or just instead of reading it? Or a
I
mix of
alternated, mix
Yeah.
of both.
both?
Yeah, it was hard. I had a hard time at first. Toward the middle, it got a little better. I got these two tacos that I'll be eating at some point
Yeah. Nice.
away from the microphone.
Nice, dude. I remember, I forget what episode it was, but at one point you pulled out like a bowl of soup. And I remember you eating like a bowl of soup while we're like recording.
Yeah, dude, I had to. Had to
Yeah.
slurp that shit up.
Had to take it down. So you did audiobook. Damn. All right.
It was free, you know?
You
It was
what?
free. I have Audible,
Right.
and it was one of the books that's like free, I guess, if you have an Audible account. So I didn't
Yeah.
have to use a credit on it. So I was like, oh shit. Well, I gotta know.
Did you say Iceberg Slim actually narrates the audiobook, or no?
No.
Yeah, I guess audiobooks. Was he already dead before that? Is he dead?
I don't fucking know.
Damn, I guess we should have looked this up before we did a podcast on it.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I mean, shit, there was a good part of reading this book that we were both like, wait, when is this happening? When are we in time?
Yeah, I kept thinking it was like the 70s, but
Yeah, I kept picturing the 70s also.
yeah.
And we were, I don't know why. Maybe just because when did it come out?
1969 it came out originally.
Okay.
Uh,
So it didn't even come out in the 70s.
yeah.
We were just picturing that.
Well, it was kind of like the tail end of the sexual revolution, or maybe you could say the beginning. The tail end of the beginning? I don't know. All right, but yeah. This is Heavy Board. This is episode 11. My name's Andrew Whitstadt.
I'm Sophie Weiner.
Today we're discussing Pimp by Iceberg Slim, the story of my life. Those are his words, not mine. Yeah. Story of his life. Iceberg Slim. Fucking Pimp. What edition did you read, Soph? You already said you did some audiobook and
And this old one, this was actually, I guess maybe it was my dad's.
nice. Oh yeah. We should get into that too, about how like this was very much like a dad book at the time. like
Totally.
like
He's the only other
dads
person I know who's read it.
dads had this on their shelf. Like
Yeah,
this.
somewhere it says on here, maybe it's the part that I think fell off at some point, the corner. Maybe my cat ripped it off. I think somewhere in this book it says like, you know,
Does it have a date for set publication or?
let's see, I think this book only cost $2.25 at the time it came out. It was from Holloway House Publishing Company, 1969.
Ooh, damn! You got an original there, dude. If it's
That's
listeners that can't see, Sophie's holding up this fucking beat up, like yellowed page, like paperback, like
Oh yeah, look at those pages.
that she took off her dad's shelf. Yeah, like uh, it's a
Yeah,
nice
it's
little image.
the cover's being held on by packing tape.
If you're lucky, you could honestly, this book has sold so many copies, you can probably find a cool little throwback one from the 70s at like a used bookstore or something for a couple bucks, if that. I have a
Yeah.
new print. It said it was published in this printing was originally May 2011, and this is like, just like I guess the latest edition that they've been printing for a while until I guess like 2015, 2014 when everybody stopped reading books. I don't know. Oh, hell yeah. Is that what he looks like?
Yeah, dude.
Sophie just sent me a picture of Iceberg in a full pimp get up.
Dude. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that looks 70s. So I guess the reason I think it was because that's when he got kind of famous as a writer because he published this book and then he's published like I think this was his first one and he did like maybe 6 or 7.
He died in 92.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I figured he was dead, yeah.
Yeah. Born 1918.
Damn, born 1918. Oof.
He was a Leo.
What was the publisher? Sorry. We didn't cover the publisher on your edition.
Holloway. Holloway
Holloway?
House Publishing.
Mine is Cash Money Content.
Cash Money Content.
Yeah, is that who owns Cash Money? Is that Babyface?
An imprint of Simon and Schuster.
Imprint of Simon and Schuster. I wonder, did they buy it off somebody? Because it always makes me think of the record label, right? Like I was assuming that it was the same company.
No, that's... Yeah, I think so. Cash Money launches publishing brand Cash Money Content. Now, more than 20 years after the brothers Brian Birdman Williams and Ronald Slim Williams launched their record company, they set out on a new mission with publishing urban books.
Right, Birdman. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, okay. I knew it was somebody that like from that era of like rappers that like started all their own record companies and shit, and then grew to be like huge billion-dollar empires. All right, so we covered that. We got the 2 editions. Pick yourself up a copy. It's relatively inexpensive. Oh hell yeah, that's a good picture, dude. The turtleneck. I think that's gonna be on our cover photo for this episode.
Dude, and the mustache. The mustache
Yeah.
is really something special.
Yeah.
And this is the article I was reading from that I'm sending you.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right. So we got the editions. You know what editions? You all pick up a copy. It's not terribly expensive. You get like a nice paperback that you can read. Start with initial thoughts. What did you think of this, Soph?
I had a tough time with it.
Yeah.
I had fun for the first couple of pages, and then I had less fun for a good little while.
Lots of smells.
The smells were one of my favorite parts,
Yeah.
but there were too few of them, I think that's really... Some of the descriptions is really part of where this book thrives. There are some places where it doesn't thrive, but, we'll get there.
Yeah. My initial thoughts, I enjoyed it. I went in with... I'd never read this before.
Heavy.
Bored.
Heavy.
I am heavy.
Bored. If you're hearing this, you're listening to the free version of Heavy Bored. If you'd like to hear the full episode, become one of our subscribers at patreon.com/heavybored. For less than 1 cup of coffee per month, you will receive full access to uncensored episodes, Jerk Shop, special dispatches, bonus interviews, and more. Come join the conversation today at patreon.com/heavyboard.
Are you radioactive, pal?
Inner.
Resources, American resources.
Being bored,
Some activities are intentional, right?
it shows such a lack
Heavy.
of gratitude for life. Bored. I aspire to boredom,
Heavy.
I should say.
Bored. Heavy.
I am heavy.
Bored.
Has you the night sweats and the day sweats, pal? Pal, I do.